your number one quarterback in last draft was Zach Wilson, who delivered an identical to Trevor Lawrence 6 for 9.
Right.
Fewer yards, 63. No sacks, though. Did not take any sacks.
Right.
Didn't play as much. I don't know how much. He must not have played.
Yeah, he played 2 drives, basically. Just 2 drives.
So he threw quite a bit for 2 drives. That was good to see. So in the limited time that he was out there, what'd you think of Zach Wilson?
All right, so the first thing I'll say with Zach Wilson, first off, you know what I think about his throwing. And my throwing that game in the week 1 didn't change me. Zach Wilson's the best thrower in the draft. Period. He's the best number one. He's the best first-round thrower of the football. Nobody's ball popped out of the hand the way Zach Wilson's ball popped out of his hand. Perfect spiral, quickness of the release, being able to flick it, whatever it is. Hands down, he's everything I thought he was going to be from that standpoint, and he's better than all the other guys throwing the football. I already know that. I just know it. I can see it. Of course, I don't know it, but I'll have to see more. But from the way it looks there, it's what I expected for sure. I'll also say this, to me, he had the most legit NFL experience in the fact that actually him and Trevor, and I should have hit this on with Trevor too.
It's not too late.
All right, and maybe this is where I should have bumped up Trevor to a 6'5". Trevor had to start the game.
Oh, Pete says we're past it. You can't say it.
Too late. But there is value. Starting the game is harder than coming in the middle of the second quarter and playing against the 2s and 3s.
Okay.
There's a difference. Starting the game, and I know the Giants didn't have all their starters out there, or most of them, none of them were out there. But still, the emotions of starting the game, and it's the first time you've played another team, and they're going to play defenses that you're not prepared for, and things like that. That's a way harder experience than coming in halfway through the second quarter going, this is a third stringer, and this is a second stringer.
Yeah.
And
you've had time to calm down, I bet,
right.
too.
And
you just don't feel so
the
amped
emotion.
up.
Exactly right. You get to see the other guy play and go, oh, this isn't that hard. I can do that.
Yeah.
Right? All of that. So there is something to that. And then I also thought Wilson's game in itself was the most realistic NFL regular season type of thing. He made in-the-pocket throws, feeling the pocket, get the ball out of my hands before I get hit. I have a throw on 3rd and 14. He looked down the field. He tried to throw an aggressive check down about 8 or 9 yards, let the guy run to get the first down. He came up a yard short. They went for it on 4th. They didn't get it. But that was the appropriate play. Throws an out route to the left on 3rd down into really tight man-to-man coverage. Doesn't even take a hitch step, just stays on his back foot, throws a laser in there. Has another 3rd and long situation where he reads the right play, makes the right move in the pocket, and throws a laser down the middle of the field. And I know I'm a homer, and this is my guy that I like. But, man, I'm just telling anybody that's listening to me from Bleacher Report to hear, if he looked like shit, I would have told you he looked like shit. I think I've learned enough stripes now to be able to say that. And, to me, he was the most realistic, I thought most impressive-looking rookie quarterback. Yeah. Again, I'm not going to go, oh, wow, about Justin Fields throwing a wide-open guy that, nobody's around, and some of that stuff. That to me is just stat, highlight, preseason bullshit. Again, that's where I want to see what is going to be transferable and relatable to NFL regular season football. And that's where I think I like Zach Wilson. Of course, I like his look. I mean, yes, I know that. But Zach Wilson, he looked bigger in his uniform than I think I expected on TV. Everybody's, he's a small guy and all that.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not. I saw him at training camp a few weeks ago. He's
Why
jacked.
do you think that is? Do you think that we think like someone who has that kind of hair and that good looks, they can't be that big of a person, right?
It is.
That's he has a smaller person face.
It's just a part of the haters of people can't get off of it either. It was just one of those things that was used against him. And then he got hurt one year, so they could really use it.
Yeah.
Oh, he got hurt. See, he's small.
Fragile.
Right. But I mean, unbelievable. He's way bigger in person than you think, and I'll say he's 3 years older than he looks on TV in person too. He doesn't look as baby face in person as he is on TV.
Yeah,
but
the camera takes away three to 4 years. Sometimes they say.
But that's the thing I think that jumped out to me.
Okay, is he going to have enough weapons though to showcase it?
Well, that'll be the big thing. I mean,
Corey
Davis, Elijah Moore, who's really impressed. He didn't play in the preseason, but has really impressed the Jets team in training camp.
Jamison Crowder,
Jamison Crowder is going to be good. Mims is coming along. Anything you read up here in the New York area, he's been better and better as they've gone along. And then the other thing, too, you can't forget with the Jets, and this is where, just to talk about Jets football, Robert Saleh, he's trying to create something there. You know, he is. They ran the shit out of the football in that game. It was almost to the point where you're like, come on, I didn't sit here. I didn't turn this game on to watch you guys run the ball. Throw the fucking ball with Zach Wilson, please.
Yeah.
You know, it was like a little bit that frustrating. But he's trying to create a culture and, you know, a toughness to help his defense because he's a defensive head coach. He was with Shanahan. He wants to run the ball. He knows running the ball is important to protect his young quarterback in the first year and all those things, and the play action passes and all those things to go along with it. So, yeah, the Jets, I think, are headed in the right direction. But, yeah, I really liked what I saw from Zach Wilson. And like I said, I thought it was the most realistic rookie NFL type performance. It wasn't like game planning or I'm going against way lesser competition and I can kind of screw you over that way.
All right, so what's his wow-o-meter number? You know, 5 being maybe just like the average quarterback, right? Because I already know.
Well,
like,
he's not going to go there.
If you go above expectations of him, like you already had high expectations of him. So maybe just of, the wow-o-meter is against a
I think it's almost like I just put it like
yeah,
you're right. My expectations
is already high,
sky high. And, listen, having been there at Jets training camp and...
Yeah, what'd you learn from that?
Well, it's the real deal. I mean, I'll echo something Josh Johnson, their backup quarterback here, who's been on like 15 teams in the NFL. And he's seen just about every quarterback in football over the last, 12, 13 years. Mm-hmm. He's already made comments that Zach Wilson makes throws that I don't see people in the league make other than Rodgers and Mahomes. There was a lot of that type of talk. You could see it in person. I mean, it's special that way. So we'll see where it goes, and we'll see if he can handle everything. But I think it's all started off on the right foot, and I think they certainly recognize the talent he brings.
You're hesitant to give a number, though.
Oh, I'm just going to give him a 7.5.
Okay.
Because it just wasn't – they didn't try to wow you with any game plan plays or that. They didn't draw up a post across the field or a tight end, everybody and come out the back door type. They weren't worried about that. They said, you're doing good enough. We're not worried about trying to manufacture a play. You can run the meat potatoes and look good.
Yeah.
And so for that, I'm going to give him a 7.6. Sorry.
Oh, so the highest grade so far, 7.6. I didn't even know that was allowed. I thought we were just going half.
It is. I'm the Russian judge.
Half a point. Okay. All right. 7.6 for him. I do think, though, it's a missed opportunity. They should, every preseason game from here on out, draw up a play that emulates the pro day play that he made. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, give me one play that shows off his...
Yeah.
Because maybe next time.
Well, they're going to save it. They're going to save it for the regular season.
Week 1.
Right. Because they already know what they got. So they're not worried about building confidence. There's been enough people up here, fans and everything, that have seen these practices that are already bought in. So they're not having to try to change the narrative or prove something about what their draft pick is. There's a little bit of a difference there. And this week, he gets to go practice against the Packers and Aaron Rodgers and see that a little bit. I think that'll be really positive for Zach Wilson.
All right, so Zach Wilson's the man in New York. He's going to be the man.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.